Okay, so what you guys are looking at is my husband's rotisserie that he made by himself from scratch. All of this is scratch metal?
All old steel that I had scrapped out from old machine.
And that's what he made right there. So we're just testing it out with our chicken now. Not this weekend, but next weekend we're going to roast a big old pig. And then what about the motor over here, honey? What'd you do with this?
The motor came out of a conveyor machine, and I scrapped everything, and this is what I pulled out of it. What I did was hook up a chain to it, and I got a sprocket up in there in this housing here, and the two-phase motor, so it stays slow enough. It should be slow enough to not burn, but cook. And all the scrap framing is all out of old scrap steel I pulled out. Everything down here, all the sheet metal, were all scrap sheet metal. Instead of tossing them, I saved them, and everything here was made by hand. The lid was sized to a machine that we used to weld windows. And when without the right equipment, everything was beaten with a hammer and hand formed. Everything. The only thing that was bought on here was the temperature gauge and the junction box. Other than that, everything else was old scrap steel that I scrapped out, and instead of tossing them, I saved them, and all these came off of old machinery that I pulled. I work for a window manufacturing company, so most of the stuff, almost everything that's on this machine here came off of a window making machine.
And you turned it into a rotisserie.
And I combined everything and turned it into a pork roast.
So right now we're
Right now it's a chicken roast. Okay?
Yeah.
The burners were made by hand. There were also pieces of machinery that came out of a glass washer. And as you can see, they've already had the holes in them, pre-drilled in them. And that's why I chose them to make burners out of. So all I did was I plumbed propane into it. Starting from here, I got a propane line coming from the propane tank into here, and I hooked everything up together here to where there's one line, and then to connect all three pipes to make the burners. If you come along on the other side over there, I got three pipes that makes the burners. They're all hooked up here with these elbows, and this pipe fitting here in the center. So the center don't actually have direct gas. Gas is run from here and here, the two side burners, and into the center burner. And that's how the burners were made.
Good. What is this thing? Does it turn it on?
This here's a tungsten box. This is about the only thing. Nothing here was pretty much. Everything was pretty much free except for a couple of the fittings on the burner and the paint that I used to paint it. The high heat thing. That's pretty much the only thing that was bought. Everything else were all scrap things that I was able to save and put together. That's pretty much it.
You're going to make some more and sell them, aren't you?
Oh, if the right buyer comes along and wants to buy a machine, I'm pretty sure I can put one together. I've got plenty of scrap steel and stuff that I can put together to make something out of.
Alrighty, folks. That's the rotisserie my husband made. Looking good.